Hey guys, KENGOU here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the deluxe YSP Watch Hero Henshin set from Yokai Watch Jam Yokai Academy Y. This is the newest Yokai Watch, which is used by the Yokai heroes of Y Academy in this new spin-off series. This is a special version of the set, which includes the YSP Watch, as well as 7 different medals. So, let's get started. First up, we'll look at the new Yokai Y medals. So, the Yokai series has gone back to using medals instead of keys, but these are different from the Yokai medals of the past. These come in a few different types, and as I said, this set includes 7 of them with 4 of the different types displayed. The first one is the transformation medals, which are used by the Yokai heroes. See, Yokai Watch Y, or Yokai Watch Jam, is a different type of series where it's now changed to a transforming hero series. So, the Yokai heroes use these medals to transform. You can see that they have a different style from past medals where they're two-toned, with the bottom color being the signature color of that Yokai hero, and then the top color being this black with glitter in it. So, this Yokai hero is KENGOU BENIMARU, who is a red cat hero who wields a sword. Might look pretty familiar, and that's because he's based on Jibanyan. Now, another thing about these medals is that there is no longer any tribes. Instead, have rarities to them. In this case, this is a 4-star rarity. You can see on the back that the pin set is pretty simple. It's got a nice little gear pattern on the back as well. Next we have a command medal, which is used for the special attacks. This is KENGOU BENIMARU's special attack, AKAKI ISSEN, or Red Flash, where he performs a single strike with his sword. In this case, for command medals, they use a clear yellow at the top. Then we have a deluxe medal, this one being Jinpei and Benimaru. And so this is the main character of Yokai Watch Jam, Jinpei Jiba, who is again based on Jibanyan. And see, the thing about this series is that instead of the main characters being yokai, it uses a lot of human characters, and the main characters are based on familiar yokai from the previous series. And so, of course, our main hero would be based on Jibanyan. As you can see, he has hair that looks like Jibanyan's ears, as well as the same type of eyes. And then we have his secret identity, Benimaru, in the background. This one, they use a nice rainbow color for the name, and these are 5-star or ultimate rare medals, with a clear top half. Now this is a medal that can also be found in the first set of Y medal packs, but this design is exclusive to this set. Then we have what most of the medals are going to be, which are summoning medals. So these ones have a nice silver frame as an homage or a throwback to the original Yokai medals. And herein, I can show you a comparison. As I said, these are different from past medals. As you can see, they are a bit smaller in terms of the overall circumference, as well as the thickness. So they basically want to make it so that these medals would be only able to be used with the new watch, and they wouldn't have any kind of backwards compatibility. So the first one is the Flying Squirrel Yokai Momo, who is a 1-star rarity. Next we have Komadillo, who is a play on Komajiro, as his name is Komajiro, but without the extra syllable at the end. So, it becomes Komajiro because Armadillo is Armajiro in Japanese. Then you have this many-eyed yokai, Oyanome. And lastly is this villainous yokai, Medusa. Next up, we can take an in-depth look at the YSP, or Yokai Special Power, watch. So, Like with the more recent watches, this has a pretty thick body, as well as, of course, the typical rubber straps, which have a good length to fit even adult wrists. You can see that they have a continuous pattern of the letter Y continuing down them, as well as this nice pearlescent color. Got the back here. This takes one AAA battery. You got the speaker down here, power switch here, and like with other more recent watches, there's a micro SD card slot here for sake of future updates. Then we have the face, which includes this very detailed bezel. There's this big black piece with a couple of stickers on it, with various clock details, some gauges. There's a lot of things that make it look like a kind of Sentai or Kamen Rider transmission device. This also has three modes that are dependent on the position of the dial. First is the normal mode or summoning mode, where we have this will-o-wisp symbol. Then you have the transformation mode, which has the classic yokai watch symbol in there. And then you have the search mode, which shows this kind of eye down here. We turn it on. We can see that it lights up down here near the metal slot, and it'll say YSP Ichinen Ichikumi, or YSP Year 1 Class 1, basically meaning version 1.1. So, when you turn the bezel, you get lights and sounds. For the search mode, let's make that sound. It does have a button here, but this is not the search button. This button serves a different purpose with the metals. I honestly don't mind that they made the search function so simple, as the search function was, well, in a lot of watches it's kind of an arbitrary thing, so it doesn't really need that much of a special sound or being able to extend the sound, in my opinion. Next up, we'll test out the Yokai Y metals with the YSP watch. First up, we'll use the KENGOU BENIMARU metal. And so for this, we'll insert it into the slot and then twist the bezel so that this is in the upward position. And there we got the transformation song for KENGOU BENIMARU. And the cool thing is that each yokai hero has their own individual transformation song. Now to eject the yokai metal, that's where this button comes in. Instead of pulling out from the back as you would with other yokai watches, instead, this will shoot them out the top. As you can see, it doesn't go too far, so it won't damage the metals, and you're probably not going to lose them that way. Though if you want, easy way to make sure you don't lose them is just to put your hand outwards and use it to catch the metal. Then we have the AKAKI ISSEN command metal. And for the rest of them, we can just keep it in this position. Then, the deluxe metal, Jinpei and Benimaru. Got a pretty cool sound out of that. Then we'll move on to our summoning metals. So, first is Momo. as far as I can see, unfortunately, unlike past watches, there are no quotes that come from the summoning medals. But that's fine for what it is. Next is Komadillo. Then, Oyanome. And lastly, Medusa. Finally, as a bonus, I'll give you guys a main review of the Yokai Y Medal file, which is the first collection book for Yokai Y medals. Well, here on the cover we have this big picture of KENGOU BENIMARU, with Jinpei in the background, as well as some of the Yokai Y medals in the first set. On the spine, you can see it says Yokai Y Medal File in Japanese, as well as a couple of medals on the sides. And on the back, we have a picture of the four main heroes. So of course we already have Jinpei here, who is wearing the YSP watch, and his partner, Bakera, whose medal is included with the file. Then you have Sandayu Koma, who's based on Koma-san, and his partner is Komadillo. Next is Mera Raido, who's based on Mera Malayan, and his partner, Kazuma Shishiguro. And finally is Fubuki Himekawa, who's based on Fubuki Hime, and her partner, Brocken Clock. This file has 4 pages, each of which can hold 6 medals, for a total of 24 in total that can be held in the binder. And then I'll show you guys the sound that this makes when using the YSP watch. And just for a little bit of context behind the whole partner thing, the reason that these characters have yokai partners is that they actually combine with their yokai partners to become yokai heroes. And there we go. Overall, the YSP watch is a nice return to form, though a little bit different than how it was in the past. To tell the truth, I basically kind of skipped out on the latter half of the kind of Yokai Watch Elder series and all the Yokai arcs, because at a certain point they just lost interest for me, especially once they switched over to the kind of Yokai K series of Yokai arcs, where basically it made it so that only one half of the Yokai arc even did anything special, and then they would come up with all these kind of random yokai arcs for all these characters I didn't know, and it really just didn't feel like something I wanted to keep up with, and I decided just to hold off until they eventually went back to yokai medals, and they did, and we got this watch. I will say that this isn't quite as robust as with some of the other yokai watches, because there aren't any different tribe songs or anything like that, and yes, the medals are smaller, but considering this thing is not meant to be backward compatible with the other medals, that's fine. I do find the yokai medals just in general more satisfying to collect, and for what it's worth, it is cool that you got the different sounds for the different types of medals. And there are 2 more types that haven't showed off yet, which you'll see in future videos. But besides that, you can also look forward to the other yokai heroes' medals. As, like I said, they do have their own individual transformation sounds, so that'll be something to anticipate and want to collect. Those are going to be the big medals to get, because it kind of lets you roleplay as those yokai heroes. And it's definitely a cool thing to have this new twist where it's not so much this kind of monster fighting series so much as a Henshin hero series. And as I said, this is the special version of the set, which has the standard 1 medal, which was the KENGOU BENIMARU medal, plus the extra 6 medals and the 1 exclusive design. So I'd say if you're going to go for the YSP watch, definitely go with this set to start, because it gives you a good smattering of what you have in store to look forward to. And next time, I'll actually be going back to unboxing and doing my first unboxing of Yokai Y medals. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you're new, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.